Right, you might know someone who's doing dry January this month, trying to avoid having a drink to start the year. Charity Alcohol Concern came up with this idea way back in 2013, would you believe, with 4,000 people signing up to it. It says now, in 2025, more than 200,000 of us are giving it a go. For some of us, giving up wine, beer, cider for a month might seem like no big deal. But for people who struggle, dry January takes on extra importance, and that's where Alex Clapp from Nantwich comes in. He himself is a recovering alcoholic and has drawn on his own experiences to set up a company called Clarity, which organises alcohol-free events around the area and indeed around the whole country. He's got a couple coming up, which we'll find out more about in just a second. First, though, here's a reminder of his story, thanks to BBC Radio Stoke's Matt Weigold.
Meet Alex Clapp in Nantwich.
I would say I grew up in an era where, it was more that you drank as much as you possibly could, as quickly as you could, and the person who was, got the drunkest was the funniest.
He began drinking alcohol from an early age, and his relationship with drink only became more complicated from there.
I've got an eye condition that's undiagnosed as to what the cause is, and about 6-7 years ago that came on, and I've lost 90% sight in my left eye. And a couple of years ago, it was looking like I was going to go blind in my right eye as well, and that was a pretty scary place, to be honest. And I found alcohol as my solution.
And there was a key reason why Alex felt like alcohol was the answer to his health problems.
It is escapism, because effectively you don't have to face up to what is actually going on. I didn't have to face up to my fear over potentially losing my sight. I didn't have to face up to the what ifs or, all the things that all I did was pretend that it wasn't happening.
At the height of his alcoholism, Alex was drinking a bottle of vodka and 4 bottles of wine a day. And it was only when his son stepped in that he realised he had to do something.
The biggest turning point was my son, what he said to me, because my son, made me realise that he needed me, and he needed me for the rest of his life.
So he stopped drinking, and he hasn't touched a drop since. He's now busy running Clarity, which organises alcohol-free events.
I looked at what we've got in the UK. There wasn't a place where you can go to really good, fun, engaging, upbeat events that are alcohol-free. And I thought, without the choice, then we're missing something.
Incredible story, incredible experience, that of Nantwich's Alex Clapp, who, following his struggles, set up his own company, to help people via alcohol-free events. The company is called Clarity, and Mr. Alex Clapp is back with us. Alex, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks very much for having me. Great to see you, mate.
What was it like just listening to that back, just putting everything that you're doing now into a bit of context?
Yeah, it's quite emotional, if I'm honest. It's quite, powerful, but the biggest thing for me is trying to share my experience and to let others see that there is another way. But I truly believe by not telling anybody what to do, because we all have to make our own choices. And even at the height of all my struggles, I had to make my own choice and my own decision, that I had to pull myself out of it. It didn't matter what anybody else said to me.
Has it surprised you since you set up Clarity, which is organising all of these alcohol-free events, the people coming along? Has it surprised you how many people have gone through something similar, maybe worse, maybe not quite as bad? Has the volume of people coming forward taken you back a bit?
I'll be honest, I put myself into an incredibly vulnerable situation where I announced to the world, all my clients, every single person I knew, that I was an alcoholic and an addict. And I put it out there for every single person to know, and to, I was just totally open about it as soon as I came into recovery. And that was an incredibly scary thing to do, because of the thoughts of judgment, thoughts of what would people think, would people stop working with me? Would people, look at me in a different light? And by being so vulnerable, it actually empowered me so much. I've had so much amazing support. I've had so many people reach out and say that they've been affected by a loved one or a friend or a family member who's gone through similar problems. And I truly believe that vulnerability, being brave enough to be vulnerable, actually helps. And our events, I was thinking about it before I came on this morning, and I guess one of the big things about our events that I actually really love is anybody who works at the event. So anybody at the hotels, anybody who comes and performs, anybody who is there working on the night. It's their feedback afterwards that's so powerful. They turn around and go, "That was one of the most enjoyable nights I've worked."
Well, just explain what these events involve. So when people come along to a Clarity event, the whole purpose of it is alcohol-free and to help people. Just tell us what the events involve, Alex.
So effectively, the essence was when I came into recovery, my business partner, Ben, and I said, within the UK, we want to create a fun, upbeat, engaging night for anybody. So we have dancers, we have music, we have live performers, we have mocktail making, everything is, we have gameplay, everything's about having fun, engaging, interacting, and everything is about proving to people that you can be your authentic self without alcohol, without having 10 people who've had 5 drinks and those 10 people all reacting or, feeling different after having had 5 drinks. Everybody's on the same wavelength. Everybody's not got any mind-altering substance, and everybody engages.
I was going to say, it must be so motivational and encouraging for you to be able to start this up and then watch it grow and watch the number of people coming to you who actually say, "Do you know what? Don't need alcohol, don't want a drink."
Yeah, and to be fair, it is. We're 2 years old now. We turned 2 years. Clarity turned 2 years old in January.
Brilliant.
And that was really sort of powerful for me. And we've had so many thousand people come to our events so far, and we've had amazing feedback. But there's still the old stigma that without alcohol it's snowball. And that's what the UK still, has that stigma of the old, or if it's sober, it's going to be boring. When in actual fact, I am not telling anybody what to do. I'm just creating an option. And I'm creating an option. Come and try it, see what you think. And, I'm not saying, that you don't have to drink all the time. It's your choice, ultimately. If you want to come to one of our events and if it's for you, come to another one.
And very quickly, because I've got to go to the roads, it's a manic morning this morning. If people are listening to this and they want to come along to a Clarity event, now you're putting them on all over the country. I know you had one in Chester on Friday. Yeah. You've got one coming up in the capital. I know you're looking to do more locally as well. If people want to find out where and when and want more details, just let us know where they can go to, Alex.
So either Instagram, our main Clarity, and it's Clarity EE for teetotal.
Yeah.
Our website, our Instagram, we've got Club Clarity now as well. As you say, we've got London W Hotel next Tuesday, and we've got Liverpool, the Delta Marriott next Thursday, all in partnership with Alcohol Change, Dry January, and all the ticket money is going back to the charity. So it's also giving something back as well.
It's a brilliant idea, this, mate, which has come from a really tough story, but a really inspirational one at the same time. Thank you so much for coming on. Keep up the good work and keep us up to date.
Will do. Take care. See you soon.
Top man. Thank you, Alex. He is awesome, isn't he? Alex Clapp from Nantwich, who himself is a recovering alcoholic, and he's drawn on his experiences to set up his own business, a company called Clarity. That is CLARITEE. T for Teetotal, organises alcohol-free events to help people who are maybe struggling with drink or need a bit of extra support, puts them on all over the country. You just heard there how you can get involved if you want to go along to one of his organisations.